Alright, hello and welcome. So today we will be playing Victoria II with the mod of Age of Enlightenment. It is currently version 0.7. In this version they've added a lot of flavor to various European countries such as Papal States, Milan, I think Savoy. I know the Crown of Hungary starts off as a satellite of Austria. I'm not sure if that's how it was before, but it was something like that. They also added flavor to the Ottomans, the Mughals. I'm not sure about Russia. They added the Great Northern War and a few events and flavor to go with that. And other than that, it should be roughly what 0.7 was with a bit of improvements. Now, it's kind of a giveaway with the title, as well as if you look at the saves at the top left, we can see I was playing the Papal States. I actually played 5 years from the start date. I have done a few run-throughs. The original idea was kind of like a blind playthrough, but I'm a little bit inadequate. And apparently, the Age of Enlightenment uh, kind of strategies. So we are going to play as Papal States. One of the reasons is for the flavor, since this is based around the Enlightenment. I thought it might be interesting to kind of go on, you could say, I guess, the losing side of the Enlightenment as well as the Protestant Reformation and the Scientific Revolution. And that would, of course, be the Catholic Church. Although, if you think about it, Spain and France, and I believe also Austria. I think Austria is still Catholic, right? Because Bavaria is a very Catholic oriented, with the North being more Protestant. Spain and France have been spreading Catholicism to the New World, with obviously the English spreading Protestantism in the Anglican Church. So we're going to jump into the Papal States. We're going to have a satellite being the Jesuit Mission State, which is basically Paraguay. We're going to do a little bit of winning around for a few years, and that's just because of the, I guess you could say, limitations of early tech. The first thing we're going to do when we jump in is start researching flintlock muskets for the engineers, because if we actually look at it, we don't get any bonuses to siege from any of the infantry, but arty only gets 0.25. Engineers get a 1, so it's like, it kind of makes sense, you know, it kind of really helps out with the conquering of lands. So we're going to start off with 3 infantry, 1 up here, 2 down here, and then 1 arty that's not going to reinforce. So we're going to get a second arty and Thoth for that extra reconnaissance. We're going to go through now. The political is kind of the same as like HPM and whatnot. Social, there is a few things like school system, penal system, and the matters of state that are the same as maybe HPM or PDM or I forget the different mods. But the various kind of social classes are different with the church, gentry, nobility, burghers, army, and bureaucracy now because it's based off of enlightenment. Weaker church, weaker nobility are kind of like the max you can do as far as progress, quote unquote, with the stronger being the gentry, burghers, bureaucracy, and army. And you get some really good benefits. See, organization regain, land organization, as well as leadership modifier, but supply goes up. And a lot of those are like that. So if we change bureaucracy, we get more taxes, but we also get more pension and we get a higher minimum social spending, but more administration efficiency. Burgers, I think, is factory throughput. Yeah, but you lose some more geo throughput, and you also get tariff efficiency goes down. Gentry is research points at the cost of tax efficiency, but you also get good demands and immigration attraction and factory throughput. I think Gentry might be the only one that actually gives immigration attraction, right? Let's double check. School system obviously does. Army does not. So before, what I was doing is I was getting the marginally relevant army for that extra 15% for the leadership and 10% org regain. But I think getting better gentry doubles our benefit from the research wise. also getting 5% more immigration, which it's not going to be as big of a deal because we are the people states, but every little bit helps. There is no USA to suck up a bunch of things. The English 13 colonies kind of will. Now, I haven't unpaused it yet. We can kind of like, there is no like uncivilized nations. There are modifiers. Like if I go and look at showing at Japan, I think we can see it there. It might not show up on them, but there are like modifiers to simulate uncivilized. Now, if when we first start out, we're gonna see kind of like opium and cotton and all these things. A lot of this is gonna get initialized. We're gonna go ahead and do the question of the Yasuta natives, and we're gonna speak Italian and Latin. Obviously, we're gonna actually not reject Spanish speaking. It's gonna make them hate us, but the War of Austrian Succession is gonna kick off, and we're gonna ally Spain anyway, so it doesn't really matter what we do. So we might as well try and do a cultural grab down here in Paraguay. Now there's AoE options. We have Succession Wars, which is about to land. Look at that. Hold on. 1700 War, Spanish, Polish, and Austrian. Oh wait, no, Spanish Succession. I don't know why I thought it was. Anyway, there's also land grab for. It's a lot of these are pretty interesting to see. So I'm actually just gonna close it, and I'm going to untick this and untick dismiss out of state. I think that should do it. Now we could go for intellectuals or clerks, because clerks is about to also modify it, but I'm actually just going to go for soldiers, because that apparently is quite important, especially since I keep losing them. Now, our, what are they called? Not artisans, our gentry will build forts, so we don't have to worry about forts as much, and we're not going to worry about this because we are traditionalists, because we, nobility faction, it's the clergy. We're the clergy. And our voters are, yeah, nobility, influential, yeah. We can't build any factories, so we're gonna wait a little bit. Gonna do that and it sound like shit. Hopefully it didn't pick it up. And this is just gonna initialize everything. Yep. Yep. My graphic transition. This is kind of like, oh, how do I play it? So development is literacy. It kind of stimulates the more development you have, the more people not doing subsistence farming, the more commoners, craftsmen, and whatnot that can work in plantations and eventually actual factories. But plantations kind of work as factories. Economy, we can see 10% of local development. The province gains modifiers, reducing employment and subsistence farming, allowing the commoners as well as artisans acting as output boosters to work in export farming or mining, represented by factories. Yeah, and then the different types of buildings. There's eternal factions, which I already brought up. We have Pope Innocent the 12th. So we're going to start. Now this is like, how do I play? So I'm gonna unclick that. Is there anything else I need to unclick before it starts bugging us? No. Now I'm gonna balance the budget a little bit. We're gonna tax the lower in the middle. We're gonna be weak on the poor because the aristocrats will help a bit. The gentry is technically the middle, and we're just gonna boost our spending on everything as well as tariffs, and we're gonna drop the naval spending because that is our budget. And we're going to subsidize all factories and upgrade the olive and cattle because it will get full in like 3 seconds. All right. Oh, voting rights extended. So there's the army coming down. Now we should have like a. Oh, so we have a military head of government, which I feel like every time. So you see it. I got like 2 clericals before. I got an aristocrat once, and now we're getting military, which might be slightly more useful than the aristocratic. They're gonna come down. Our budget's gonna be utter shit for a little bit while we build the. Okay, living conditions are gonna pop up. Still initializing. We're gonna hemorrhage money for maybe a month or two, and then we should be good. We have Avignon also, kind of like EU4, starting out, and we're gonna spend the first maybe like 2 or 3 years building up. The first nation we're gonna attack is gonna be Mantua, and then we're gonna go for Parma and then Modena. Modena we're gonna have to do last because they're out of Genoa, but if we join Spain and Genoa joins Spain, we can actually immediately take out Modena. So I'm gonna go and start justifying on Mantua on a tiny conquest of 5 infamy, and we're gonna do Mantua, Parma, Modena. Get this up here. We might try and do Tuscany after that, depending on how many soldiers we have. or we'll start our African conquest with the Gambia and Senegal. And then we'll come down and probably take Madagascar or parts of the Congo, because just mainly for the pops and the economic output. And actually, if I look at it now, see everyone's doing subsistence farming. Literally the entire map, other than uncolonized regions, which I don't think ever actually get colonized because it's Age of Enlightenment. So they have like, no, they have 10, but the max you can jump down to is like 30, I think. You can never actually colonize and do a scramble for Africa. It's a little bit different. You don't actually have to worry about the colonization game as much. In fact, most of your quote unquote colonization is just attacking natives. But I think the West Coast maybe. No, West Coast only gets two. It might actually be event based. I mean to go all the way over there. Oh, there we go. There's our Hasaras, and as you can see, our budget is very much balanced. We're waiting on light artillery, my bad. So we lost a lot of effects that were negative. If we look at the events, the Northern War is about to happen. Well, it's already happened, so we're gonna actually get a pop for it. Oh, they already pieced out Polish-Lithuania. Okay. And Cortland is under the sphere of Sweden. Now wait, who actually have land here? Scandinavia and Sami. Okay. Now I kind of hope Denmark Norway wins because it would kind of really help Sweden. And a weak Sweden can be good. Now we still have kind of these reductions of progress. Actually, who could I really sometimes do that from Malapalma? Yeah, that'd be three provinces. That'd be Glacier up here. It would be as weak as could be. What else is happening? Aachen. Yeah, that always happens. Abyssinia also always attacks. Karen. Yeah. Or Kafka. I don't know why I said Karen. Low living conditions happen. But because we're going to try and boost development as much as possible. Because that will help us the most. And there we go. Low living conditions continue. Oh, Venice, yeah, took Ragusa because they do a little war for it. Now, the one thing I like about this mod is how many like city pictures they get, which I know isn't a hard thing to do, but wow, look at all these like antiquity. Now I click on the one province that there's the Great Northern War, Finzia, Roma, Napoli, San Marino. I think gets one. Yeah, it does. See, 3K gets one. These don't though because they're like nothing important over here. Venice does. Verona does. It's kind of weird. Genoa does. Milano does. Torino. Oh, it does. Okay. And wait. Who? Monaco does. Oh wow. I never realized Monaco was actually in it. I never saw the little red dot. Do we have any improvements? No. No, we're gonna start getting increased gentry powers. Definitely what we're gonna go for first, because holy fuck, I feel like a dumbass for not going for it. Like the military organization rate. I mean, it helps. It's a good thing to grab, but whew, that research point. I mean, 5% doesn't sound like a lot, but like I think it's a 5% boost, right? I'm gonna double check. I guess from 5 to 10, yeah. Like we're talking, uh, like going from 8.47 to like 9. A little bit of a, no, 8.47 is like 8.5, take 10%, you have, what, 0.85, you take half of that, it's like 0.4 something. Yeah, yeah, so we'd be jumping all the way up to 9 if we took a 5% increase. So the Spaniard, so here we go, the Spaniard was chosen an bourbon hair. Yeah, that's not actually how you speak English. 8.89, yeah, so 8.9. So we're gonna actually support France. Okay, so last time it was Austria. So it was Spain and Austria versus France. So it feels like it's kind of like random what they do. If we support France, then we will be going to war with Austria, which means Austria will lose Hungary. Yeah, it's fine. I'll support. Oh, and we get our justification. We have our full military spending, yes. So we're gonna take Mantua. They're allied. Oh, that's Tuscany. That's Tuscany. Oh, we're good. No, Mantua is allied with Austria as well. What the? Did I get fucked? Hold on. Austria's at war with like everyone. Did I? I did ally with you, right? No, they dropped it. What the fuck did I ally? What the hell happened? Yeah, I can't think you can go through here. Okay. Let's talk about this, right? The War of Spanish Succession. We have a 60 versus 101. I might have fucked up already. We might just go for Modena then. Like, not gonna lie, Modena might be the cap. Might be the that doesn't make sense. Might be the grab. Modena then Parma. Yeah, I think we're gonna go Modena then Parma. I mean, Genoa will join, but yeah, and then Aragon then fighting in Spain. Yeah, Spain's kind of gonna eat shit. Like until Hungary breaks free, yeah, Spain's gonna eat shit because they have all these like little allies like Bavaria, Wittenberg. Oh, but fuck. I kind of give that up. Okay, so we're gonna have an extra slot. I'm gonna keep it open for Artie. Not Artie for we can get one more Artie, but one's gonna be open for engineers. And I think on that note, we're gonna end this first episode. Once we come back, hopefully we'll be attacking Modena. Apparently not Mantua because they don't like me. We'll go Modena and then Parma and grab these two. Where Mantua is the only one we actually have to grab. Adios and join me next time.